This is a ASU central. I'm sorry. This is an Arizona State. This is an Arizona State sports, I guess I should say, theme of this channel. I have made the switch over from what was kind of a broader aspect to getting some advice, diving into my niche, which is Arizona sports. And I didn't get a chance last week when I wanted to start streaming, but I pushed it to this week to talk about Arizona State and gush over my affinity for Arizona State. But Sam Leavitt, Jordyn Tyson coming back to Arizona State next season, I'm not surprised. I was never confused or wondering if these guys would come back or worried, but Arizona State has done a complete 180. And I'll be quick with this. Give me 5 to 8 minutes and then we'll wrap up the show. But I think it's important. Arizona State under Ray Anderson and Herm Edwards and Antonio Pierce for God knows what reason, but hey, what goes around comes around. That guy's fired. We're just a completely different football program and moving in the wrong direction. But what this has done, and I believe it has been largely pushed forward to the likes of a guy like a Kenny Dillingaham, ASU has now turned the page on what was a dysfunctional organization, a dysfunctional football program, to completely and utterly competent. And I wish I got a chance to put this take out last week, but keeping Sam Leavitt, keeping Jordyn Tyson, having multiple guys on this team that are now cornerstones of your Arizona State program, Kenny Dillingham has transformed this organization. He is, and I don't think he's going anywhere. I was almost on this notion for a while about if Kenny Dillingham would stay in Arizona, but he's not going anywhere. He loves it here. This is his dream job. And Arizona State fans should consider themselves extremely lucky because I don't think Arizona State football is going to be necessarily ever in disarray for a long time. You know what they did? They have completely turned a page. They went out and they paid Kenny Dillingham. He's now a top 3 highest paid head coach in the Big 12. They go out and they pay Sam Leavitt. His evaluation is now at $3 million. That would have never happened years ago. But there's a buy-in to this football program. Jordyn Tyson is back. And it's why if you are a fan of Arizona State, you don't have to worry about this being a one-off. This team is going to continue to be a powerhouse in the Big 12 for years to come. I wouldn't say I'd be shocked if they don't win the Big 12 championship next year, but I've got to be honest. They should be the favorites next year to win the Big 12. Another great recruiting class. You got that kid from Army coming in, running the football, a good new player to this organization, which is now going to be lost of losing Cam Scattaboo. It is unequivocally true that ASU is going to be back in the fold next year. And the 180 that we've done from Ray Anderson, from Antonio Pierce and Herm Edwards to Kenny Dillingham, we're now advocating at press conferences, for the love of God, pay your players. Whether it's Jordyn Tyson or Sam Leavitt or Kenny Dillingham, it is completely night and day. And that is exactly what you need from a guy like Kenny Dillingham. You now have your coach of the future. I mean, you have your Nick Saban. Seriously, you do. Now, is he going to be as good as Nick Saban? I don't know. But at this point, Kenny Dillingham is in the top echelon of head coaches in college football. Maybe he's not with the Kirby Smarts or maybe even the Dabo Sweeneys, but he's in the Kalen DeBoer category, which is just in the tier 2 of Arizona State, or I guess I should say college football head coaches. And the 180 that he's done from a program that was in complete and utter disarray to what it is now. Guys, we're 2 years into the Kenny Dillingaham era. You should not only be thankful that this is your head coach, but you should be thankful that you found your Nick Saban, your Kirby Smart, your Dabo Swinney, your Kalen DeBoer if you're the Washington Huskies. You will never be in disarray again under the competency and the leadership of that being Kenny Dillingham. He's in the top echelon of head coaches. And the fact that I don't even have to worry that Sam Leavitt was going to leave, who, by the way, is a fantastic quarterback prospect. I love Sam Leavitt. Or Jordyn Tyson, who I would advocate would likely honestly, at the end of the day, probably beat Texas if he played. I mean, the complete 180 this football program has done. You know, for those of you that don't know, for the longest time I had no faith in ASU football I'm an all Arizona sports fan, right? I'm an all Arizona guy. Unfortunately, Diamondbacks, Cardinals, Suns, Coyotes until they left. Now I don't care about them. Arizona State football. But college football was such a rigged carnival game that I knew Arizona State, or I thought Arizona State, never had a chance at winning a title. And so my bandwagon team, not to get into, I don't dive into, deep religious or political views. That will never be on this show. But I consider myself a man of faith. And so long ago, I was a Tim Tebow fan. And so with the Tim Tebow fandom, along came my Florida fandom. Now, I have always been very loud about I am a bandwagon Florida Gators fan, which means when they're good, I will root for them. But I don't even need that anymore because I had to have a bandwagon team because ASU was never competent enough to ever warrant me not having one. But this team is going to be competent for years to come. If they don't win the Big 12 championship next year, it would be a disappointment. And we were never there as an organization. And again, just to harp on, because I wanted to take a second to talk about this. If you took away from the Peach Bowl game, Sam Leavitt is not the answer at quarterback, or he's got to be better. Like maybe he got to be a little bit better. If you box score watch and you say, oh, Sam Leavitt didn't play very good, I don't think you really watched the game. Sam Leavitt is a dude. Behind an offensive line getting bull rushed by Texas defenders, continuously made something happen out of nothing. That guy is going to be a Heisman Trophy candidate next season. And he's the reason, outside of Kenny Dillingham, why they will likely win the Big 12 championship yet again. Sam Leavitt is precise. He's accurate. He looks very coachable. He's mobile. He is going to continue to elevate the floor of Arizona State football. And as of next year, he's a top 8 quarterback in the country. And I don't know if we've ever had that outside of Jaden Daniels, who never performed to the likes of one Sam Leavitt at Arizona State University. Clearly, Jaden Daniels was very good at LSU. But you're in good hands with Sam Leavitt as your quarterback of the future, for that being the Arizona State Sun Devils. So rejoice, be thankful, be excited, because you have never been in this scenario before where you expect competency from Arizona State football. But now you're there. Now you have it. Rejoice and expect more from your organization.